Don't worry, you're fine. You got like 3 more minutes so you can.
You are now entering the Rawrrzone.
Winning it feels so good.
Revenge, so sweet. Pound sign winning. Retweet, TV popping, website ranking. Lord and supporters, yes, I gotta thank them. Feeling like Cruz in the end zone, dancing. Gotta call Elus, Eli, Manning. Oh, you thought you was Brady? Well, what have you won lately? On top of the world like a Mason. While you over there looking, hating. Used to ride on the bench, waiting. Now I talk trash starting, Peyton. Told y'all at 18, I'm great Kobe. 7 years winning it, sounding like I'm Ori. Horns in the record sounding like glory. When it feel good, yeah, that's my story.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
W-I-N, I'm telling you, try that. If you don't succeed the first time, rewind. Play it back. 8-track, cassette, still stay in tune with time. The underground essence of hip-hop, a war winner. Names are loose in the booth, I'm a Thorlinder. On stage I made, you ever saw it, then ya? Probably wasn't an applaud giver. Now give a hand to the fam that I started with. I take it back to being 12 with a starter kit. Started as a DJ, artist in me, babe. Worked on my craft and toured about 3 states. That was back then, like a backspin. Off the ground, now the sound label classic. When I said no delaying, they repeated back. Don't even wanna be a legend, I'ma be the map.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it feels so good.
You know it feels so good.
Winning it
quite
feels
enjoy
so
it.
good.
You know it feels
That's
so
good.
good.
My team be winning, so it's constant scoring. Scholar music, get that budget, nigga, college touring. Think I got her on a crowd from the sky with flooring. Dressed in a Gaga meat dress, hot couturing. So hot, I'm so hot, my temperature soaring. Doctors say she's sick and it's spreading like a mushroom sporing. If this was a forest, the trees be infected. My pockets ain't porous though, my trees not affected. Throw in a swisher, apply heat and ingest it. If it's about a stack, then I'm D to make connections. You on your cat stack, D to E directions. Woody Woodpecker got that D up in your neck shit. Fucking hater bitch, I done seen you with your nose floating in my sauce like a bean do. Came to my release party with a single. The people's with me, then go run and tell your people. Tell them you thirsty, but I'm never that. I keep a lot of verve. Told the waitress bring the course through on her tray and get it popping like soda on a cocaine. Humble chick, I'll tell you a secret. Think I become accustomed to celebrity treatment. Hollywood, they call me famous for speaking. Mala Reigns, Kwan Lee, and a loose got you beating, winning. You know, that's how we do. Please don't hate us. We just doing what we do. Why don't you do what you do? What is it that you do again?
Nope.
Yeah, we back.
Yes.
Last Rawrrzone in 2025, and I get a 2-month break after this. Yeah.
Always good to have a break.
Oh man, what's up, world? Welcome to the Rawrrzone. How's everyone, motherfucker, doing today? It is your homegirl, Ivy, Katie, whatever you want to call me. Just talk to me nice. You can catch us everywhere. Visit us at www.rawrzonenyc.com. or subscribe on YouTube at Rawrrzone NYC. We also will be live from our radio homes on Fuso 82.3 FM, Wednesdays 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Evening Rush Radio Network every Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's an episode of Rawrrzone right now, blasted over off, and you also watching us live. Look at that shit.
Oh, wow.
Right? Look at us. Be national, baby. And of course, you can stream us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts.
That's true indeed.
Businesses, you looking to promote your brand, artists want to promote your music, partner with Rawrrzone and reach listeners in over 150 countries with 20,000 listeners across all of our platforms. Artists, if you want to be featured on our Rawrrzone picks or be added into rotation on the Evening Rush Network Radio, please email us at mnrbookings@gmail.com. We are proudly powered by Official Cap House, and make sure you join our Discord hub for anime, entertainment news, networking, and more. Lock in, because we motherfucking here. Before I introduce our guests, I want to thank everyone who's been a part of our 2025 Give Back for Sean season, whether you donated, shared, partnered, volunteered, or simply showed us love and interest. Because of you, we are $5,200 raised, and we're working towards the $10,000 goal by the end of next year. Because if I don't get this done by the end of next year, I'm canceling somebody. Every dollar raised is on behalf of Sean Segui, Iona Lung, who lost his fight against sarcoma in 2017. Sean was diagnosed by this rare and aggressive cancer called intimal sarcoma in the pulmonary artery and lungs, a cancer that's so rare that fewer than 130 cases have been reported worldwide. It is a cancer that hides within blood clots, undetected by scans, and is tragically discovered when it's too late. In Sean's case, it was found in an emergency open heart and open lung surgery that ultimately saved his life, long enough for him to fight, advocate, and educate an entire community about cancer. About a cancer most people haven't heard of. Sarcoma is considered the forgotten cancer, and symptoms are mistaken for everyday aches and injuries, which leads to late diagnosis, and treatment. This is why awareness matters. Through our Give Back initiative, we proudly raise funds for the SFA, aka the Sarcoma Foundation of America, supporting research, treatment, and resources for patients, families, and caregivers. We took a moment this year to really honor Kelly. If you saw our Rawrrzone episode after our trip to Philly, she was a sarcoma warrior that was fighting sarcoma for 9 years and got to join us on her show after the RTCF race in Philly. She lost her battle to cancer in September of 2025, and her strength, joy, and spirit continue to inspire everything we do. In addition to cancer research, we also were grateful that we were able to deliver on Tuesday a whole bunch of toys to Mount Sinai Kravish Child Life, supporting children who are spending the holidays in the hospital and reminding them they are not forgotten. As we close this year, we are all looking ahead for next year, so we are seeking partners, sponsors, and donors for our 2026 funding year. People and organizations that want to help out, reach out. So from the bottom of my heart and from Ivy Productions and Rockview Entertainment, I would love to thank everyone that has walked through this journey with us this year. The artists, Sango Hall, thank you so much. This was rooted in love, remembrance, community, and we're getting started, but we're still going. All right. So now we're here with the meat and potatoes, because StreamYard didn't let me be great. They wanted to really fuck with my shit, and I'm
sorry, guys, technical difficulties.
Fuck the technical difficulties. StreamYard just hating on us right now. If Vince McMahon does shit,
That's how true it is.
I even have the WWE wear right now. Shout out to Coney for the hat. But they dead treating me like I'm Vince McMahon and I need to be canceled. But being that this is our last episode of the year, of course we gotta go out with a motherfucking bang, right?
That's true indeed.
We went from having Tommy 5K last year, and this time I got this man that's always in hiding.
I'm not in hiding. I just work a lot. I'm very busy. I work 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm. This man is so elusive. It's crazy. So this man is also one of my mentors. He is a pioneer in hip hop media.
Honored to hear that for sure.
He spent years behind the camera, in the field, and in the trenches, not only as a photographer, but preserving hip hop culture the right way. Mr. Kwan Lee, founder of Kwan Lee TV, is an independent media personality, videographer, producer, and artist. Long before the algorithm dictated culture and what really counts as numbers, this motherfucker was out there capturing raw interviews, documenting the independent and giving voices to a platform where mainstream media wouldn't. Beyond media, his musical journey tells an equally layered story. From the People versus Kwan Lee Parts 1, 2, and 3, projects rooted in him proving himself, to the Forgotten Project, Kwan Lee for President, and the B Tape in 2013, he has consistently used music as a reflection, protest, and documentation. Now he's entering a new chapter with his latest instrumental project, letting the music speak where words once did. At a time when hip hop media is losing staples, voices are being silenced, and platforms that help build the culture are disappearing, this conversation matters. So we're gonna end the year right. Tonight we are talking legacy, responsibility, evolution, and what it means to protect the culture, not just consume it.
Yes,
Tap in with the
indeed.
motherfucking Mr. Kwan Lee, everyone. Woo!
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? You know my famous slogan. All that.
Happy holidays, you motherfucking filthy animals. So we've dead been here since like 8:15 because StreamYard wanted to be a bitch. So I am sorry for Kwan's friends and family that had to wait.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that, guys. Let me text some people now because my phone is on super silent, so I don't know what's going on.
Shout out to my coworker Jay, who got me this autographed Stone Cold Funko Pop. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still geeking out over it. So Jay, if you see this, I love you. Thank you so much.
It's really dope.
I swear to God, there's a whole video. I was fucking almost crying. I was like, ah!
Oh wow. Okay.
Like I told you, like Tony got me this. He was like, yo, I've never seen you go crazy.
I mean, it's wrestling. It's a WWE.
I mean, at the same time, too, Stone Cold just always been one like my favorite. Like he was the first wrestler I saw get the Stone Cold Stunner. I would like I tell everyone, my mom didn't let me watch wrestling as a kid. My godfather and his brother, my other cousin, because they're both my cousins. Mm-hmm. They used to sneak and have me watch like Attitude Era. And the first thing I ever saw, and I really believe this was the same episode that Stone Cold beat the shit out of Vince McMahon in the hospital room.
I remember that.
So ever since then, I love Stone Cold. I'm like, that's the only guy that can fuck up his boss and not get fired.
Austin 316.
Like I swear to God, Stone Cold is gold. But in Rawrrzone fashion, how are you feeling today? What's the vibes for this week?
I'm feeling all right. Right now, I'm doing my thing. Right now, I'm actually en route to work. After I finish this interview, I literally have to go right to work for the holiday party. I'm always working. Like I literally work every single day. So my mind is always wired for work. I wake up to do flyers. I wake up to do footage. I wake up to edit pictures. I'm always working. I'm like a machine.
So I know I introduced you, but if you could sum yourself up, who is Kwan Lee?
Kwan Lee, I mean, I just do it all. I do whatever I can to make sure my brand and my product gets moved. That's the best way I could put it.
So it was 16 years since you dropped the first Kwan Lee TV and became one of the most rapid.
Wow, it's been 16 years. Wow, it's been 16 years. Wow.
It's become one of the most the rapidly growing first independent hip hop media platform. What really motivated you?
I wouldn't say it was the first independent hip hop platform because I got inspiration from one. Okay, I got inspiration from Video Music Box. Yeah. I watched that as a kid. Uncle Ralph, Channel 31, Channel 25. Doggy Diamonds, which is one of my mentors. He definitely did a lot of footage on DVDs on the internet. So I kind of follow that platform and that method of interviewing people and running around with the camera. And I just got to it.
How does doing everything you do shape you as a creative?
It's crazy. I never consider myself a creative because the people I consider creatives are like, you're not a creator. You're just a guy with a camera and you have YouTube and you have this. I'm like, I taught myself this. Kwan Lee TV was actually an accident because I would call people to film me. And this is during the DVD era when the DVD era was dying out and YouTube was coming in. So there was we're not doing DVDs right now. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm, hearing about YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Let me just start filming my own stuff and putting it on YouTube. And Kwan Lee TV was born from that, from me filming myself and documenting myself. And then other people asking me, hey, could you come do that for me? And that's how Kwan Lee TV manifested into what it is today.
You a Brooklyn boy, born and raised. How did growing up there not only influence you as who you are now, but through your artistry?
I mean, I'm Brooklyn all day, every day. Shout out to the hood, you know, Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, Dark Side, Light Side, everywhere I've been a part of, East New York, Cypress Hills, everything. I mean, it's Brooklyn. Like, I'm from the same hood as MOP, Papoose, Fabulous. OC was right across the tracks. I remember one of my first street team promos was for an OC album. If I'm not mistaken, it was Jules. That's like 96, 97. Like, I remember they were running around posting up stickers and stuff to promote the album. This is real street team before Instagram, before the internet and Twitter and stuff.
People did it for the gram?
No, not even that. Before Instagram was a method of promotion, you had to actually grind in the streets, post up stickers, put up posters, do album signings and appearances and stuff like that to see the people.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Sorry.
All right.
I like how the camera. I had OCD for a minute. You dropped the People versus Kwan Lee 1 in January 1st, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of the projects I heard from you, this looks like you came the most aggressive. What were you trying to prove?
Just prove a point, because 2 years before Kwan Lee won, I was going to quit. I remember when I was going to quit, it was a Bray King showcase, and long story short, I was supposed to perform 12 minutes, but I split it up between my boys, and I wound up not performing. So I literally like roofed my CD and was like, forget about this. It's all over. Maybe this is not for me. I'm cool. I'll just produce, or I'll figure it out. I still got a job. I'll be all right. Maybe it's not meant to be. And then something inside of me was like, you know what? Let me push forward. What's the worst that could happen?
So with that, and in that, I believe it's within the first project too, because you have multiple tracks. And I was told I better ask this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that you met, or somehow, because this person doesn't 100% remember how the fuck he met you.
Who's this person? I could probably tell you who it is.
So
how we met, rather.
You did the track with Mala and Ulus, and he called you guys the trifecta. But he told me to ask you, how the fuck did y'all meet?
You know what's crazy? The Legend of Ulus, right? So I produced with this group called Spin City. Devon Terrell was the singer of the group, right? My man Fitz, I forgot what his Instagram is now, but he used to go by Fitz then. I thought he was so dope. Like, he sounded like the next Lloyd Banks at the time. This is like 2005. Lloyd Banks is hot. He's like the hottest mixtape rapper. So Fitz sounded like Banks. I think he goes by like Trav Babsky or something like that. I have to confirm, but I know him as Trav. He's known as Trav now. So Fitz, Devon Terrell, and my man Truth was in a group called Spin City. My boy Barry from my block, they all went to Boys and Girls High. So, I was making beats then, just playing around. He was like, yo, Kwan, let me get some beats from this group I'm like managing or trying to get something done or whatever. So I started producing for them. We started recording stuff in Barry's basement, but then Sky-O, who's from Bed-Stuy as well, was like, yo, my man Luce in the Bronx that I go to school with, and Baruch is official. Y'all need to rock with him. He's only $20 an hour for studio time. And he sounds just like a professional studio. So long story short, I go with Spin City to a session, and Luce, this is $20 an hour. We're in the basement of his crib.
Before this motherfucker was a Grammy Award-winning producer.
Listen, Luce, the Legend of Luce has a lot of different stories to it. So I met Luce because of word of mouth. So we go up to the studio. I'm producing
so it's not from Mala.
Get to that. Get to that. Right. So I met Luce. I'm producing stuff. I'm still in school back then. So I'm going back and forth, right? So Luce right now is like, God, like, he's like the engineer that's like, yo, bro, like, I don't got to spend like $100 an hour. Back in the time in 2005, $100 an hour. It's still a lot now, but $100 an hour it's a lot. And you telling me I can get that quality for $20 an hour right here? I'm going to him.
Yeah. By the way, he does not charge $20 an hour.
This is 2005, guys. So please don't ask for $20 an hour right now.
And we did not endorse this.
So that being said, I'm going with him. I'm meeting up with him, taking trade rides up to the Bronx, all the way from Brooklyn, going to Luce's crib. I start meeting other artists because, artists, they might be early for a session or they might just sit in on the session. And I believe the record BX Till I Die that he did a video for with Mala Reigns, is the first time I heard Mala, and I'm like, yo, Mala's dope. Like, yo, like, I gotta, like, Mala's dope. I gotta find a way to produce with her and work with her. She's dope. Actually, the crazy part, I was supposed to be at the BX Till I Die video shoot. I think I had like something came up with work and I couldn't make it. Long story short, we're all in the same circuits. We're doing the open mics and everything. I've met so many people. I was at the birth of Triborough. Shout out Sean Khan. Shout out Fresh Air. Like, all of this is happening so fast. And the fact that it's 20 years ago is mind blowing because it's like, it felt like yesterday. But it was organic growth. There was no real social media. So it was really like word of mouth. Like, oh, you get busy. All right, you get busy. Let's work.
Now, let me ask you a question because we both, and we'll get into that algorithm stuff later on, but the way we used to promote versus the way we promote now, what are you jacking?
I've always had a mindset that the internet is a freemium place. It's free to get on, but you got to pay to get ahead.
Okay.
I was saying this almost 20 years ago, like, hey, you know, pretty soon we're gonna have to pay for promotion. If I'm not mistaken, I got a lot of my friends on Twitter because the internet was like a
Twitter before it became a porn site?
Twitter, when Twitter was like, there was no Twitter app. You had to log on. You were sending tweets through text messages if you didn't have a phone that didn't have the internet or you didn't have internet access on your plan. Before the cycle, we're talking like some people still had Nokias. Texting to tweet.
I'm not gonna lie. My first thing was a Nokia, and then I went to a Sidekick, and then I went to the BlackBerry until I went to iPhone.
Matter of fact, the Sidekick didn't have much apps, so yeah, we were texting to tweet, or we would log on to the mobile internet. AIM, wow. You know what's crazy? I was sending beats through AIM because email wasn't allowing you to send a whole beat. It was a 2 megabyte limit. This is when you had to be invited to Gmail.
Oh, shit.
Like, everybody had a Yahoo address because Yahoo was like the first free email thing. Everybody had a Yahoo.
You know, I still up to this day can get into my Yahoo because I want to go log into my MySpace, but that's my Yahoo is the link to the old AOL, to my AIM.
And nobody has an AOL address anymore. Like, I understand.
And then AOL, you can't call them. So if you don't have access to it, you're fucked.
Pretty much.
So it sucks that it's great that technology evolved, but it sucks because we can't grab the old stuff.
True indeed.
So I'm not gonna OD on the old questions, but being that you are a media personality, and there's a lot that's been going on in the media lately.
Mm-hmm.
As a pillar of at least the independent hip hop community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been out there, everywhere you go, they say Kwan. I've seen it,
Appreciate that.
Mind you, if me and him met on fucking Clubhouse.
That's a fact. And then we found out we knew some of the same people. So it's like, I think I've seen you somewhere before, but I'm so much in my head.
I'm still trying to figure out
when I have a camera in my hand, I don't want to say I ignore people, but my eye is in the camera.
But this is why, we thought, it's funny because I'm the same way. So I'm like, yeah, you look familiar.
I have like a laser focus. I'm focused on what I'm filming.
Yeah.
Crazy part is, my man from BPE Music, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just posted he was doing a showcase at the Pyramid.
Oh
I
God.
met Rowdy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda about a couple of months before Bobby Shmurda got signed. The weird part with that, they were pushing computers. This is before the Hot record.
Yeah.
Just caught a body about a week ago. Forgive me, I'm trying not to curse, so I'm not trying to say the song title, but before the Bobby Shmurda song that everybody knows, they were pushing computers, and I've never seen a building shake like that for what I consider a new artist at the time. And Bobby's energy was just crazy. But the Rowdy Rebel record, Computers, is the first record I heard from them that was just like, I have the camera, and I'm like, I'm trying not to bot to it because I have to be a cameraman and be stationary. Like, I have to film and focus on broadcast, but the record was so hot and it had the room shaking. If you get the Pyramid stage shaking, you're doing something.
Man, I think I went to Pyramid once, and I'm talking about not
like I come from the Mental Supreme era of the Pyramid, EO Dub. A lot of showcases has been done in the Pyramid.
Because I worked in Latin nightlife too, so my era is all diverse. I'm the era of Jinx Paul, by the way. Rest in peace, Jinx
Rest in
Paul.
peace, Jing Paul. Today is the
9
anniversary.
years since we lost you, man. 9
Mhm.
years. But as a pillar of the independent media scene, how do you feel about elements of our culture coming to an end, such as platforms as MTV shutting down and the firings of DJ Enough, Ebro Styles, and Rosenberg? Are we
All right.
still,
As far as that
wait,
goes,
wait.
oh, I'm sorry.
Are we? The question is, are we slowly losing our pillars of hip hop media, or is it just being pushed out entirely?
I'm not gonna say it's being pushed out. However, the expansion of media, especially considering, things are changing now. Everybody's streaming now. Like nobody has cable anymore. Everybody has an app. So MTV, I don't know how many channels MTV has now. I remember when it was one MTV channel.
Yeah.
If you remember, MTV2 used to be the box where you would request your song for the video and you would call and pay like $2. So MTV2 came out probably 25 years ago, but when you're doing different things, it's like an MTV this, MTV that. Eventually, because money's not coming in, gotta shut it down. You gotta consolidate. As far as the Ebro firing, shout out Laura Styles. I actually early Kwan TV days. If you look and do your research, I have Laura Styles on A-list.
You had Laura Styles, you had Premier, you had a few notorious people on it.
Like shout out to Margie, my friend Margie. She actually brought me up to A-list. Shout out JQ. A-list was before his time. Like A-list produced so many people. Laura Styles, Lady Shells, Yanni. It was Superstar J had a show on there. It was so many people. Like internet radio before what we call podcasts now was the wave to get on to the radio. So as far as them being shut down, I'm not going to clap my hands and say, oh, they don't play real hip hop. And I don't want to be that guy, but things change. For a long time, we had Ed Lover and Dr. Dre in the morning on Hot 97. I remember that as a kid listening to Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. We had Star and Buck Wild as well. Things change. Times change. There's always a new TV host in the morning show. Like who I don't even know who does Channel 5 anymore, the regular TV.
Rosanna Scotto, I've been watching it now.
Oh, she's still on TV. Wow, that's dope. Like it's like the Lotto.
Retired.
Okay, does Yolanda Vega still do Lotto? I don't watch TV much, so I don't really know. But you're used to seeing so many people. Alex Trebek doesn't do Jeopardy anymore. Like I'm saying, things change. Pat Sajak, didn't he just retire from Wheel of Fortune?
He retired from Wheel of Fortune, but I find it stupid because they put him in the celebrity book.
But things change. So you're used to seeing something for so long that you get mad when it changes. You understand? When Power 105 started, Charlamagne and Envy weren't there. It was a process. You have new hosts for new things. So it's evolution. That's all it is.
So do you feel like we're losing touch with what the culture is, though, with the evolution that's been going on?
Not really, because the culture always changes. Like at one point, they hated the fact that people were sampling. Oh, you're sampling, be original. Now sampling has come back.
Yeah, you sample a lot, though. Like you sample beats that I didn't think it would.
Because I'm from the digging era. Like I had to find something that I was the first one with it. I'm the first person to sample this, even though there's some things that's always going to be sampled, like impeach the president, synthetic substitutions. Certain drums are always going to be sampled for time because they're legendary. James Brown is always going to be sampled. You're going to have soul music that's always sampled. Things are going to be sampled. Top Billing is always going to be sampled. That's one of the dopest beats ever. It's going to be sampled. Hip hop and sampling go hand in hand.
Yeah, because I was on your Reverb audio map.
Mm-hmm.
I went on both Reverb and audio map. But you did you sampled the Alicia Keys, the one that's like
I think it was I'm Ready.
Yes, the one that's like I'm Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly it. And I was just like, wait, I did not picture that.
See, the weird part with samples is I always had a gift where it's like, you know what? Let me be different. I think the album just came out when I sampled it. So I'll hear a song and I'll be like, in my head, I'm like beatboxing and stuff, or I'll just hear it, or I'll do this. I'll play like drums, like boom, 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 in my head while I'm hearing a song. And I'm like, you know what? When I get home, that's going to be a beat. So there's stuff I sampled from old and stuff I sampled at the time was brand new. I sampled Santi Gold, Unstoppable, for 1 and 2.
Oh, shit.
I sample it. It's just like a mind-boggling thing. Like I can hear something and just instantly like that. I know what I'm gonna do with it. I used to listen to a lot of Music Choice too. Plus,
Oh man.
shout out to Shazam. So sometimes when I hear things, now we have the convenience of our phones and we can Shazam stuff. But you have always been that way. I've always heard stuff like, how can I sample this? I come from sampling. Sampling is definitely an art that's lost.
It is. Like, who did I hear? No, it was somebody else because they recently sampled Dirty Diana. And me, I'm the only sample I will say I will wholeheartedly ride with till I die is the Weeknd's version of Dirty Diana. But shout out to Naija Chanel.
Weird part with Dirty Diana, there's a Kwan song that samples that.
That you did too.
Me, Marlon, and Loose, When the Smoke Clears. I did that for Purple Pain. That was my first production tape, Purple Pain. That was like the first tape. I was like, let me put out a body of work that shows off some sort of my work. I rapped on it, but I mostly showcased my production side.
But it's hard though. Like when people sample, like, and that's why I say, like, shout out to Naija Chanel for her spin on the Dirty Diana because it was, once again, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be original. Shout out to Michael, by the way. Sorry, I was still on the sampling for a second. So we grew up through the traditional way this morning, but now we're in an algorithm-based society. How do you keep up with everything? Because you be teaching me.
Honestly, you have to raise awareness however you can. Sometimes you quote unquote have to be annoying. You have to alert people. Hey, I have this coming out. You have to directly message, hey, what's up? This is my link. Check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's like panhandling, but you have to alert people. Just because you post a status doesn't mean 20,000 people are going to see it. But then there's that weird space where you don't want to be annoying and you're hitting up like 50 people copying and pasting the same message, but you have to do it to get your voice heard because we don't have the advertising budgets that the labels have and big companies have where we could just post the ad and people just happen to see it. I'm sorry, I don't have money for a Times Square billboard. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been a fan of guerrilla marketing where I got to get it to the people. Whether I'm posting up a sticker or something, I got to promote it.
Here's the question. Because you work in strip clubs, you work in mermaids, you work in all these spots. Are you doing the guerrilla marketing over there too?
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
See, with the algorithm, they push back certain things. Certain images are not promoted as far as clean images. It's called shadow banning. I call it shadow banning.
Yeah.
So I'm shadow banned on almost every platform I'm on. So you just got to work a little bit harder.
How do you, like, before we get into the music again, how do you manage all of that? Like,
I don't know. It's just in me. I just got to work. I work. I wake up, I eat, sleep, and think work.
Why do you do all this? What drives you to do this? Why?
It used to be just to get out there. Now, I have a son, so I got to feed my son.
Shout out to the mini Kwan.
Got to feed my son. One of the songs on the Product of Forgotten, actually, I made that beat the morning my son was going to be born.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was on the way home, coming back from the hospital, my son's mom. I was like, all right, let me go home. Let me go tidy up everything. Let me go feed the dogs and whatever. Let me get some downtime. I had an idea in my head to make a beat. It was an original beat. I can sample. I'm pretty sure you heard stuff, but I didn't sample for this beat. And I made this song called Stressing. And that was made the morning of my son's birthday.
Oh, shit.
So there's always significance with certain things.
I'm about to I'm here feeling all of this. You dropped your first beat tape in 2013. Your last project, I believe, came out in 2014, the same year you got nominated for, I'm going to lose my train of thought on the award, but you were nominated for an award. I'm not going to say you're acting like I
Shout out to the UMA. Shout out to Jesse Just. I got to touch the stage at BB King's, and that was like monumental for me. I also won an All-Star Music Award that year with DJ Exotic Mommy. Shout out Exotic Mommy.
I got nominated that last year, the last time she did it, and then she disappeared.
I was happy I won because I got nominated for Best Video Director, and I'm going up against the Taya Simmons and the Mills Miller, the people I'm trying to emulate and follow behind. And the fact that I won, I'm like, yo, shout out to the people, man. Like, I was just being as creative as I could be, working with artists to bring their vision to life.
After a 9-year hiatus, what inspired you to say, "Hey, fuck it, I'm dropping the Forgotten"?
See, I always had jokes like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just pick up stuff that I have sitting around that I know is dope and nobody's using. Let me just put that together as an instrumental tape, right? Because I have, people I've worked with. Shout out my little bro Al Sosa. Shout out Drew. He just dropped a project. Shout out AGZ. People always hit me up like, hey, is that beat still being used? Can I use that? And I just had beats that people I don't want to say wasn't feeling, but they didn't pick.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I make beats,
so that haven't changed since back in the day.
People pick what they want, right? So these beats weren't picked. So I was like, you know what? I like these. I have confidence in these. Let me just put these out as a beat tape. Hey, maybe I can get a radio placement. Hey, maybe I can get a placement. With TikTok now, I could become a meme and the music is playing in the background and I could be the meme song.
It's crazy though. I don't know if you heard, but now after I believe January 1st, Billboard is taking YouTube out of the considerations.
That's still brand new. But YouTube had to fight for that because a lot of artists were putting their songs on YouTube because they had a following. And you know what? I got X amount of subscribers over here. I'm just gonna put this out on my platform and get it heard because all we want to do is get heard. Just like when we had Dat Piff and all these mixtape websites that were ice cream mixtapes and all these coast to coast, we just wanted to get heard. We wanted everybody to hear our songs. Lord knows my MySpace music player, I embedded it in so many comments just to get heard. We just want to be heard. Like the radio is the goal, regardless of what people say. The radio is the goal. You want a flex bomb, you want whatever shout out, you want that. That is like the epitome of being heard. But we had the internet. So the internet was an outlet for us to just get our music heard. It's like what people will call a cult following.
Yeah. So do you feel like, I feel like you still, after all of these years, have that cult following. That be following you like.
I'm still surprised that I have it because I did this for me and it just so happened that it was a blessing that people watched it. I'm getting views on my website from like Japan, Vietnam, Canada. Shout out my guy Frankie Styles in Montreal that I work with. Got a lot of views in Canada from him. There's other countries where I'm like, wow, I could really touch these countries with just posting up content. And on my website, I show everybody love. So I post things from all over.
Yeah. Excuse me. How do you feel? Because obviously 10 years. No, if you dropped the first beat tape in 2013, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's now 2025. We're talking about 12 years.
You know how scared I was just to do that because of the fear of somebody stealing my content? You know how scared I was? I was like...
I know you do things by the book, so I know for a fact.
But still, the fact of going through that and, maybe somebody might take off and they might pop off. I might not get credit. There's so many variables that you're in your head, especially when you hear the stories of artists making demos and then the big artist stealing their song or whatever it may have you. It's a lot. So there's a lot of those things mentally where like, should I do this? Why am I dropping this? Like, even when I put out tapes, I was like, damn, how do I feel that? What if I don't get heard? What if I don't get any views? What if I don't get what I want?
Do you really care about all that now?
Everybody does. I care less about it now because it's like, if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they're going to scroll down or they're going to scroll past something else. But if they like it, great. If it's sitting on the shelf, how will I know if they like it or not?
How many elements? Because you did say you have songs from this beat project that you made when your son was born, right? So how much elements of your early beat tape from 2013 we see in The Forgotten?
That's a totally different thing. I have beats on there from 2007, 2008. It's just things that was sitting there. Like I literally sat there and put it together. Like I'll put together a project. Like, you know what? Let me put this first. Let me put this last. Let me do this. Let me do that. It's like a complete mind warp where my mind is just like all over the place, but I'm still centralized because I hear the beat and know where to put it. I've always been good at placing records.
Why was this project more in a serious tone as compared to the beat tape and some of your...
The beat tape was to put out, I guess, more for the money.
Okay. Okay, so more of
Like,
mainstream.
the beat tape was put out to attract people to buy beats. I like that beat. How much? This one was like, you know what? Stream it.
Well, just get your, to get it out there to stay your back.
And it's weird because I don't even feel like I left, but I don't feel like I'm back either. So people are gonna be like, "Wow, Kwan." There's people who literally discovering that I rap in 2025. They just found out.
I mean, I knew you were a rapper.
But people are really finding out, and they're like, "Dude, why did you continue rapping?" I'm like, "I don't have time. Kwan Lee TV is a 24/7 thing now. Kwan Lee TV is a business. My logo is liked at least 1,000,000 times a week because I take a lot of pictures. The Kwan Lee TV logo has been a lot of places."
It's funny that you say that, right? Because I had a conversation. I know I'm peeping in. I had a conversation with my coworker today. I'm like, I really gotta go. I got this interview.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you always doing something with your podcasting. I'm like, because welcome to the Rawrrzone in KDK Photography. When the time is good, I will make more money than I do at my job.
That's always a blessing.
And they're like, well, why do you still have a job then? I'm like, how do you survive in New York without health insurance? Not
even that. I want to say something on that. And that's probably one of the mistakes I made being a young artist. The fact that I didn't think I needed a job because I wanted to focus on my craft 100%. But it's like, got to pay for stuff. Talent does not feed the whole dream.
And now,
things cost money, especially now in the freemium world. You have to pay to advertise your product. You have to pay to get merch done.
And then on top of that, and let's really talk about it, we're also in a society where everything is about sex.
Not even that. Even with the sex always sold, there was always
these TikTok kids, the ones that are here dancing, those are the ones that are attracting more than
we're in a viral era. Everything is literally, I could fall down the steps right now and become a meme. I could become a meme right now with a face like, and I could become a meme and be bigger than my music just because I did something one time. And that I'll be the guy for that. There's people who are known more for their memes than their music. It's just the way it is. That's the culture now.
What are your favorite beats off the Forgotten?
Stressing for sure. Like I said, that beat, everything that was going through my mind that morning, like, I'm about to be a dad. What am I gonna do? I can't play around no more. I can't try to be a rapper and run through open mics and not make money off of this, because I'm not gonna lie. Rap, you make more money. How can I put it? You spend more money than you make. So you're putting all this money into projects to give it out for free. The selling CDs era is done. Nobody has a CD player like that. So everything is a streaming. Like, computers don't even come with CD players anymore. If somebody gave you a CD today on 42nd Street, where would you play it? You would have to dust something off.
Indeed.
Shout out to Quest, because Quest, the rapper, he was one of the first rappers to embrace digital. Shout out William Gaughan. That was his manager at the time. He had like a USB card. It was like the flyest thing out. We were doing the showcases. They were giving out the USB card. It was like a credit card, but you flipped it, you could pop it in your computer and play the album. That became the future. They were ahead of their time with that. The QR codes are the thing. Now, I was doing QR codes for at least 17 years now. Kwan Lee 3, if I could pull up the poster on my phone, that QR code still works to stream the music.
I need you to work on my QR codes because I be fucking them shit up really bad.
Like, QR codes, that's like the norm now. Because of COVID, QR codes became super normal. We've been doing this in music for years to promote, but QR codes are like so normal now, where like our elders are using them. Or you go to a restaurant, you pick up your phone, boop, menu. So we always have to be ahead of the curve on how to promote. Like, I don't know what the next thing is going to be. Right now it's streaming. But I see physical media coming back soon because you want to own your product. Because what if, perfect example, I had an EP that was taken off of streaming because, unfortunately, some circumstance happened where I got a lot of play for one song.
Which one?
The originals, no samples, the originals EP.
Okay.
I didn't sample for the project. Every song I made off an original beat, I put it on the EP to push out for streaming. Drug Game Dead, shout out Dollars. I sampled him. I made the beat. But, because there's so many artists named Dollars on Spotify, I got like a super uptick one day. I'm like, what is going on? My distributor at the time took all my release on every platform that I released it on, took it down because they accused me of using bots. I was like, I don't do bots. I'm fine with having 7 plays because I'm not promoting my music like that. But because of the uptick and the whole Spotify thing where they were detecting bots, my release got taken down.
So normally I would be playing music off of the beat tape, but between Apple not appling correctly,
Unfortunately,
and my computer not computing correctly,
I have to talk about that because I submitted my release to every platform. I didn't get accepted for Apple in its platforms. I think AudioMac didn't accept it.
Are you fucking kidding
But
me?
it's weird because when I started AudioMac, they didn't do streaming. Now they do streaming, which is dope. SoundCloud does streaming now, which, by the way, my album is available for free streaming on SoundCloud. That's a first for me. Like, I always control my platforms, right? So when Google Play was a thing, I got an invite to Google Play. So I was in charge of putting out the music. I didn't go through a TuneCore or CD Baby or Route Note or Ditter Music. I was uploading to them directly.
Do you feel like these things are really just raping the artist?
No.
Or it's actually helping?
Everybody's, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but nobody's making money. What's 15% of nothing? You're not selling your merch. You're not selling things. Everybody's selling something. Everybody's an artist. Everybody's a creator. We're in this era where everybody's creative. So if everybody's selling a product, who's buying it? And then there's I don't know if I want to support him because he might get a leg up on me. The crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah.
Everybody has dope content. Like, there's people who is dope at gaming. There's people who's dope at music. There's people who's dope at beauty tips. It's TV. The internet is our TV now. The phone is TV now. Tune in. Everybody watch what you want to watch.
So since it's not on the streaming platform, at least not all of them.
Okay, it's on Spotify, but in continuation with Apple Music, they just changed their laws because of AI.
Okay.
So when AI, you make these records and you hear these things, it's like it's AI. Like if you notice on Instagram and Facebook, they have a ticker for if it's AI generated because people sometimes don't know the difference between real and AI. Yeah, there's videos. There's a video of Michael Jackson stealing chicken and running around or something going on.
They need to stop with this fucking story.
But you know, there's people that don't know if that's real or not.
Like, yo, Michael Jackson died on June 26th, 2005, I believe.
It was 2009. I remember that. June 25th, 2009.
I just remember being in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So if you still think that's Michael Jackson stealing chicken,
but it looks so real. It doesn't look fake. Like, you know, when we played PlayStation, you could tell it was a video game.
Yeah.
These video games look real, man. Like, things look real. You can't tell the difference. Or there's a kid, he doesn't know.
It scares me because I saw an episode of Law and Order.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a couple of more questions I promise I'll get you to work.
All right.
And pretty much.
Oh, I'm gonna text work now.
Yeah, let your boss know. Let's be responsible and let's not blame the podcast. So it's, hey, the fucking white girl got me stuck here in this interview because she couldn't fix the StreamYard difficulty. Let's not do that now.
Okay.
Even though I'm still saying, take me to the strip club with you.
Soon.
I'm 33 years old. I still have never been in a strip club. I thought you gave me a face for a second. I'm like,
no, I'm just texting them like, hey, I'm running a little late. I'm never this late. So I'm just hitting them like, hey, I'm going to be a little late. You know, courtesy. Even though it's my own business, I still have to have courtesy. Like, hey, I'm running late with my services.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But that episode of Law and Order, pretty much a girl was mad over this other girl.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And
where
she made the AI of the girl having sex with the teacher, and the teacher was mortified.
AI is very dangerous if you use it the wrong way.
We can't police. The sad thing is it can't be policed.
Not yet, but you know, when the internet is always a surprise. You know, there's things on the internet you can watch. All you have to do is click a button and say you're able to watch it. The internet is always going to be the internet. The internet is a free place. It just has to be regulated. Unfortunately, I don't like the algorithm thing because it's like you're basically profiting off of people that may never reach a certain point. So it's like, yeah, I get to compete with the big guys, but the big guys have more money. So when they put $1 million into an Instagram ad, I'm only putting up $5 a day. I mean, how can I compete with that?
Yeah.
I don't have the marketing money to compete with that.
Before I get into these last two questions, you said you had an announcement.
Yes.
You wouldn't tell me by text.
The Forgotten is available on SoundCloud for free. I know everybody pays for streaming, but I always wanted to provide something for the people that don't pay for streaming. So the Forgotten, you can stream it the same way on SoundCloud. It's on there, soundcloud.com/Kwan Music. I'm probably going to upload it to Bandcamp before Christmas. So if you feel free to donate and help me,
support my
please
man.
do, because I'm going to have a name your price option where whether you want to pay $1 or $10, I appreciate it all.
See, I love that because Honey Dinero does that with her project before she puts it on streaming. So I feel like, here.
Very true indeed.
Shout out to Honey Dinero. So I actually took this, like, this was while I went through the Deep Kwan deep dive. What is a song from the following that represents you in each time period and why? Wait, The People versus Kwame 1, 2010. What song?
That's weird because I made all those beats within that time and before. Like I believe it's how can I put it? The outro, the end credits on the album. I have code names for my beats. So even though it's named end credits to you guys, I know it is a different name, right?
Okay.
So the end credits, I made that around the time that 808s and Heartbreaks was out. Like, if you listen to the music, it puts you in a time frame where you can hear a song that sounds like that. Like, Sound So Perfect is around when Lumi D came back out. It gives you the Cassie Long Way to Go vibe, the snap,
I think that's why I like
that
it.
bop to it.
Right.
So you hear certain things and you're like, it takes you to a time. That being said, I remember 112 Rivington. Shout out to Fat Baby. That was one of my favorite places to party. It's a sneaker store now. That's how history changes. I made that beat on some LES techno type of, okay, this different. Like, gives you a different vibe and a bop. Like, I don't know the track names off of hand because I know them more by the code names than what I named them on the tape.
Do you have the track listing?
I'm going to pull up the track list now because if I look at the track list, I can tell you what I thought one by one.
Yes, and then you can tell me which one represents you in that time period.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the track list now because I had to literally rename things because the aggregator was like, hey, you can't name this dun-dun-dun part 1. So, all right, let's start with Mission Start, right?
That's what you choosing.
That's no. I'm going piece by piece.
Okay.
So Mission Start, that was me getting ready to put in work, go to work. All right, Elises, that was actually made for Amy Davis. Rest in peace, Amy. Amy was a collaborator with Dark on a lot of records. She sang a lot of his records, and I always wanted to work with Amy. So Amy kind of like pushed me to be original because Amy was an actual singer. She could sing her heart out. So I made Elises for that type of like soulful type of songs. I'm Gonna Blow, 2005 Flashback, right? That was a beat I made early before I thought about rapping. I was just trying to emulate what was out at the time. Everything is an emulation of what was out at the time. So 2005 Flashback, that's the things you heard in 2005 that will go with that. Sound So Perfect, like we said, that's the long way to go, the club vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about when we had to wear button-ups to the club. We had to dress up 7 days, 7 days, 7 nights, 7 dias, 7 noches, all the parties. When it was a privilege to get your...
back the end of the year, but the middle of next year.
Oh, wow. Okay, so remember when it was a privilege to get your picture taken in the club? You were like the guy. You had one of those pictures. You were outside, right?
You had to be one of them pretty people.
So Nep Life, that's a beat I made. Just thinking about Nep, I'm a big fan of the Neptunes, so I always try to emulate their sound from when I first started making beats. Like, before I even learned how to sample, I was always trying to do Neptunes type beats. You know what it is? That's 2009. Like, some of these beats, they probably might have been on Kwan Lee 1 or Kwan Lee 2, but I just had a different direction. I wanted to sample. I'm very good at sampling.
So which song from that era from that project represented you at that time?
That's the weird part. That's literally
Parts of you?
that's parts of me throughout the process of Kwan Lee 1, 2, and 3.
So if I go through your next project, the I Warned You EP that you dropped in the latter half of 2010.
When I go through EPs, those are prequels to the next tape. So I Warned You EP, half of that is on Kwan Lee 2. So I Warned You EP is like a test, like an EPs are always the test the waters thing. Let me put these out and see how people feel. If they feeling it, I'm gonna include these songs on the next tape.
So
That was like a sampler.
So then instead of going through the songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you during?
I mean, not for nothing. I did Kwan Lee 1 and 2 on one leg, literally. I got into a car accident. Well, I was a pedestrian in a yellow taxi accident 2 weeks before Kwan Lee 1 dropped.
Oh shit.
I got hit on Bowery and Spring. All right. And just 2 weeks before Kwan Lee 1 dropped, I have a job at the time. I literally, you know, it's crazy. There's something to that. December 9th, 2009 was when I got into the accident. December 9th, 2025 is when I dropped The Forgotten. I'm very weird with dates and being significant and things like that. I'm very meticulous. Right? So Kwan Lee 1, I was experimenting. Kwan Lee 2, I was a little bit more confident. Kwan Lee 3, I was like, yo, I got this. Let me do this. Let me get it out.
So now,
Y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna get this work. Y'all gonna like it.
Where are you from the beat tape then? What mindset? Because if you're telling me each, so wait, but here's my thing though, right?
Mm-hmm.
In between the People versus Kwan Lee 2, you had the Evil EP that you dropped February of 2011, $1 Million Mind in 2012. I want to say it was my handwriting. That's June of 2012. Kwan Lee for President in November of 2012, and then it's the beat tape. If these EPs are your prelude, where are you in all of this now?
The beat tape came about because, like I said, I was trying to make money. Mixtapes did not make money. I got a lot of downloads, got a lot of views, but bills got to get paid, and I have a dime in.
So the EPs were more the craft, but the tapes were the hustle mode.
They all were a hustle. They all were trying to get money, but the beat tape was like, you know what? Because unfortunately, I didn't work with a lot of my peers at the time for whatever reason. And the beats was like a nudge, like, hey, maybe you should do beats. Maybe you should do the video. Leave us to do the rapping stuff. So that I had to generate revenue. So that was my ways of generating revenue. I was getting paid off YouTube. I always had dope beats. So people would buy beats. But I was trying to generate revenue because, like I said, I had to pay bills. I didn't have a job.
So in your 2010 was the first project. I suck with math, but in the 15-year career you had as an artist, what have you learned and how have you grown?
Still growing and still learning. I'm gonna honestly say, trust your gut. 1, 2, don't look at what everybody else is doing because you don't know what they go through. And unfortunately, some people have budgets. You don't. You just got to make it work. I've had people that I always wanted to work with that I haven't worked with yet or may never work with, but I can't dwell on that. Some people are going to think your music is not what they like. Some people are going to love it. You just got to do you. You just got to embrace the fact that you're doing something that makes you happy and doing something that keeps you sane. Like I said, there's people who still to this day are finding out I rap. They're like, yo, bro, you was nice. Why you stopped? I'm like, dude, it has to make money. I have things to pay for. Rap, you know, how many rappers are there? There's so many rappers, and how many of them are making money? Because money is not everything, but you know, the goal is to make money off your talent or your skill.
No, of course.
Kwan Lee TV is literally the way I keep the lights on. So Kwan Lee TV took priority over Kwan Lee making music.
So are we getting an actual EP after this?
I don't know. I'm still torn because I can still rap my behind off. I'm on some releases with Drew.
First of all, my man's here, nasty, bro.
Like I was on one of Drew's recent tapes, and I rapped the verse. I can still rap. It's just having the right rollout and doing the right things. It's like I have to have the time. Kwan Lee TV literally consumes all of my time. Kwan Lee TV is a wake up and go to sleep business.
I mean, it's the same with any media platform. Like,
but it's literally legit. Like I'm going right now to a place where my logo is on the pictures. Like I am literally a 24/7 business with Kwan TV.
Where is your camera?
My camera's in my bag.
Okay.
I brought. One thing I learned too is be prepared because I knew this interview was going to take a while, so I brought my work equipment with me.
First of all, it wasn't meant to take a while.
Not like that, but in time, I don't want. I used to be the person like, let me go somewhere like this and then go back and get my equipment, but then losing track of time, I want them late. So I just bring stuff with me for the whole day. I just bring out the whole day with me, like, boom, all right, we out for the day. Even when I go to the barbershop now.
I feel like that too. Like Rawrrzone and working for the Evening Rush really became like such an integral part of my life that the photography took a step behind.
Even with that, I wasn't a photographer.
You were a videographer.
So, shout out to my guy Sanchez because I know Cortez. He's, Sanchez is Cortez's manager, and I was always running around with the camera doing events and stuff.
Cortez battle rapper?
Yes. I just seen Core last week. We did something at LIU, right? So Sanchez hit me one time because he was doing the parties and the clubs. Yo, how much would you charge me to do like a recap video of my parties? And we've been rolling since then. We knew each other before that when Sanchez had Mixgrind and we had the #1 mixtape distribution website on the East Coast. So everything intertwines into this game. So, going from doing videos, now it's like the hybrid photographer where it's like they always hired one person for photos and one person for videos, but then it became, hey, can you do both? Because now we know the camera do photo and video, so why don't you just do both? And that's how that manifested into me maturing to do photos and getting better at it. Because when I first started, wasn't the best, but I improved. And that's something I'm good at, is always improving. If you hear the music between Quality 1 and 3, you hear the progression like, oh, he really developed. And I'm still developing. I'm always learning and developing. So 2026, you never know. There might be a Quality 4 on the way.
Wait, why is only Quality 3 on Apple?
Sample clearance. I'm going to be honest. Because now, you see now with algorithm and AI and everything, they can detect a sample like that. Even a record I sampled that's a mixtape record. Shout out to Tosha Makia, Be Yourself, the first record I ever sampled to make a beat. They detected that, and that's not even on streaming. But they can detect the smallest of things, even if you change the pitch or you change this. Or, weird part, I've got dubbed for my own records I produced because someone put it out first.
Oh, because of the clearance.
No, it was an original record, but because I put it on a compilation with my verse, they said, hey, this is this guy's record.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I made the beat. So it's just the algorithm. It's like a literal computer thing. It's not them personally denying it, but if the computer picks up something they think is something, they're going to automatically deny it. So a lot of mixtapes that you've heard in the early 2010s and whatnot, they're not going to be on streaming because they sample. And when you don't get your samples cleared, nobody wants to get sued. They're not going to be on there. So unfortunately, that piff is gone. So a lot of music has disappeared if they didn't keep it up. So shout out to Bandcamp and shout out to all the sites that let you upload freely, and shout out to having your own website where you can stream your own music. Artists, if that's what you have to do, please do that.
Like, get your shit together.
Not even that. Unfortunately, nobody wants to get sued, but do due diligence. If there's a site you can't put something on, distribute it yourself and be independent. We would all love the major label backing, but you got to do what you got to do to get to there.
Kanye has so much money, right? And he put out, what was it, like his own, like it's like a speaker or music platform that was solely like they could play his music. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but he did.
I think it was a stem player or something. But even with that, you see, I use the platform. Like he has Yeezy. He sells his own clothes on his own website. He sells his own thing. I know that's the greatest thing to do, but it's hard when you're an independent person because it's like, I want to be with the big dogs. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Get you a website like a Big Cartel or Wix or what's the other site? Shopify or Etsy. If that's what you got to do to sell your product, by all means do it. If you got to go hand in hand, please do it. The internet is not the only answer. Some people are better at selling physically than the internet. I know some people who can sell water to a well offline, but online they're not the best with internet presence. I know people with like 400 followers that make 6 figures a year. But then there's people with tens of thousands of followers that can't get people to come out when they do a hosting.
Yeah.
It's just weird the way things work.
My last question, I ask this to everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's all said and done, when we're no longer here, what do you want to be remembered as your life?
I don't know. Like, that's weird because I never thought about it like that. I just want people to remember me for being me. I've never changed. I've never switched up. I'm going to be the same guy whether I'm in front of Jay-Z or whether I'm in front of the showcase rapper. I'm going to be me unapologetically. Even with this interview, I am surprised and I'm proud of myself because I did not curse. And all those is the platform we can curse on. I try to train myself to where I have to think about this just like I would think about being on the radio where you can't curse.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to portray that in my music for next year as well. Maybe that's another reason I haven't put out music because I'm trying to be radio friendly. The goal is to get on the radio. So if I got to be the happy-go-lucky guy, the Blues Clues guy, to be on the radio, so be it. I just have to create around that.
So,
I know how they know you. Some people may hate you. Some people may love you. Like my son may look at me like, Dad actually is on the internet. Dad is dope. Dad tried. But there's some people that may be like, well, he tried, but I was better than him. And I wish I would have got the things he had. Or there's some people that be like, you know what? Maybe I should have gave him a chance. He's really dope. Or maybe that's the gem I missed out on. I don't know. It's hard to think that way into the future. I'm trying to figure out tomorrow right now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat after work. Most definitely.
As someone... So first of all, I want to thank you for being here with me tonight.
I appreciate you for having me. It's rare I get interviews. I was always the guy filming, so to be the guy in front of the camera is very rare.
You know, there's no generic questions, right?
I appreciate that.
Fuck with interviewers that actually researches you. Stop fucking Googling shit.
We might have to do a part 2 at more time. We definitely going to schedule a part 2 and go really in depth.
But as someone that had followed your career before I met you, from hearing stories about you, and for you eventually just becoming someone I idolize, who helping me and looking at the Kwan TV website, help build the base of the Rawrrzone as well.
I appreciate you knowing me before you knew me. Things like that is what inspired me because it's like, wow, like when you do things, you're not thinking about the people that may meet you off the internet, the people that don't know you before they meet you. I'm just putting this out my friends and family to see. I'm not thinking about the masses. If it gets there, great. But if it doesn't, I'm all right.
But that's why I always told you, like, if you when we, because we're friends, I respect you as a mentor. Like, you'll teach me things. I'm doing photography 15 years. There's still things I don't know, and you're telling me stuff. I'm like, fuck. I respect everything you have built, and I thank you for not only helping me and being there, especially with the rough year I have. So I'm always appreciative of your friendship, your mentorship, your tutelage. But you've also made a difference to a lot of the people you.
I appreciate that. I'm from the each one teach one era, so Luce used to always say this: aspire to inspire.
So I want to thank you for being you and continuing to be genuinely you, because in this industry, and I've been saying this since I started the media portion, I was like, the entertainment industry, because I remember being in the club, it takes away your humanity. You are one of the rarest and the few people that is still genuine to who you are, and you treat everyone with the respect that they deserve. And I need to give you your flowers because that is a rare art. That is a rare.
I try to treat the janitor like the CEO because at one time, being the CEO of Quality TV, I was also a janitor. So there you have it. I was mopping floors downtown Brooklyn and sweeping up and everything while trying to make this all happen. So I want to treat the guy that's on the bottom of the totem pole just like I would treat the guy at the top of the totem pole, because you never know. Tomorrow, roles can reverse, tables turn. You got to treat everybody with respect.
So in 2026, what's next?
I don't know. I really don't know. 2026 is in 2 weeks. I'm just going to try to get better at what I do and just try to keep going. I may actually pursue rap again because I feel like I need to have fun again. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. More quality TV, more content. I'm going to push.
Man, guys, this is our last episode of Welcome to the Rawrrzone for 2025. Yeah!
me on Instagram at Kwan Lee TV. Follow me on Facebook, Real Kwan Lee. Twitter, Kwan Lee, KWANLEE. For Instagram, KWANLEE TV. I have to spell it because, you know, people spell Kwan differently. People have spelled my name in text messages today 3 different ways. I've been called Juan, Kwan with a Q, Kwan with a CUAN, but it's KWANLEE TV, Kwan Lee TV.
So put it together because if you type in Kwan Lee with a space, you get.
Wait, I'm also shadow banned. So please type in KWANLEE TV. Now that's on most platforms. On Instagram, my video page for my professional work may come up. Quality videos, feel free to follow that too. But Quality TV is where I mainly post and you can interact with me. So if you ever want to work or you want to salute me, please send me a message. I try to answer in the fastest time possible. I'm not Hollywood. If I don't answer, I'm either sleep or working.
No, 99% of the time she's sleeping till about like 7 o'clock.
This is true. I definitely sent I just woke up text a lot. So shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to the family. Shout out my son. Hopefully you're still up. You know, this is your first time probably seeing your dad do an interview. Shout out my homie V that's probably tuned in. Shout out my son's mom that's probably watching. And
How do you feel about having your son actually watch?
I'm still trying to gather it. I'm still like euphoric about it. Like, but this interview, as soon as it finishes and I get the links and the embed code, it will be on QuanliTV.com. So if you didn't see it now, please tune in. As soon as we finish this, I'm going to post it on my site. But I got to get ready to go to work. So I love y'all. Happy holidays, happy New Year, and happy everything. All right?
So, guys, this is our last episode. We will be back February 12th. And we have confirmed that our first guest is the kind genius himself, Mr.
It's your boy.
Because we started talking about how my man's here rap, and then I heard him rap, and I'm like, so what are we doing right now? I get it, you love the producing, but nah, I got words for you.
It's funny because me and Luce kind of reversed because he was the rapper, I was the producer. Now it's like it may just intertwine, so I might have to get on the Luce beat to go full circle.
Yeah. But
Yes,
we will
sir.
be back February 12th with news. In the meantime, enjoy the rerun on Pulso 82.3 FM. And, of course, the Evening Rush Radio Network. I always leave everyone with this parting words of advice, which, of course, says know who the fuck you are. And I will end it with this.